All right, we are taking a look at the price of Pepe, and pretty crazy, man. What a wild last 24 hours. You know, Pepe yesterday was the biggest loser. We saw a huge pullback in the overall cryptocurrency market on the heels of the SEC coming out. Now, here's what's crazy. We're gaining it all back within 24 hours. This is just volatility. This is crypto, right? This is why we love it. Because just when you expect something, the unexpected happens, right? We think we're going to get further downside. Pepe was down 20+% yesterday. Look at it here today, back up 19%. If we go over here and take a look at TradingView, you can actually see what happened here. This is yesterday, right before the big dip. We've essentially eaten up that entire dip that we had yesterday, and we're right back to where we were before the news broke, the bad news broke, with the SEC going after Binance. And why is this happening? Well, again, I say this all the time. Crypto is not just a United States market. United States plays a big role, but this is a global market. And there are people from all across the globe who looked at this yesterday, and while U.S. investors were, selling because of fear and uncertainty and doubt, other people were buying the dip and getting in at cheaper prices. And this is what I always say, right? I mean, listen, if the United States doesn't want to get behind this, crypto's not going to die. It's just going to move on without them. It's just going to continue without them. And other countries, which it's already happening, are going to be innovating while the others sit on the sidelines and fight over how they want to regulate it, right? That's what's going to happen, and that's what's already happening. We're seeing here right now Pepe pulling back a little bit here in the hour by hour. Let's zoom in here, though, a little bit and take a look at the 15-minute chart, and that looks really bullish here. We're actually still trading just below the 70 mark on the RSI, which is good. This is a good news because once we get to that 70 mark, we're usually oversold. We saw it right here actually pop up to about 73, 74. Then we dialed back a little bit. As long as we stay just below that 70 mark, we could consolidate back up here into the 12s and maybe even get back into the 13s or 14s here as Pepe continues to pick up steam. Volume way back up here today. Look at this, $252 million of volume here today coming back into Pepe, and it's back ranked in the top 80 at number 80. It actually fell to number 90 at one point, hitting the lows yesterday. And that's what you could see right down in here when it actually gave back that zero briefly. And I'm not going to lie. Yesterday in my video, I said, wow, this is bad news. We could be seeing some further downside. And I was wrong. I was wrong about this. I was completely wrong. We saw a huge surge come back in, and this is very, very bullish. The longer we see the volume stay pat here, the longer we see trading take place the way it is with $226 million on the centralized exchange side, $26 million on the DEX side, this is very, very bullish. Pepe's got a long time still to show us that it's going to be here for years to come, like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. However, it's well on its path, and every single time we have these big dips and it comes back like this, it's another feather in the cap. It's another, bookmark that, right, in the story of Pepe, because that is going to be something we look at when we look up a year from now. And if it's still around, we're going to look back to days like this where we had the big resurgence and the big comebacks, because here's what we know about crypto. There's a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And if you can withstand, that up and down and that back and forth, then you have staying power. We've seen it with Dogecoin. We've seen it with Shiba Inu, these community tokens that have burst on the scene, now both in the top 20, right? Both in the top 15 for most of, the last 2 years, right? And that's what we're going to be keeping tabs on. So I was wrong. Pepe surging here today, and I'm happy I was wrong. So appreciate you guys as always. That's what we've got right now. And again, across the market coming back here, green today. Good news. Good stuff. All right, we'll be back with more. See ya.